Hi everyone, it's Sandy with Mimi's Frugal Life, and today we're going to talk about lunches. What do you usually have for lunch? Do you eat lunch? Do you work? Do you buy your lunch? I'm trying to get together a list of frugal, easy lunches for if you're a Mimi and you're home with your grandchildren, if you're a mom and you're home with your children, if you're an adult who works from home, if you're retired. These are things that are can be easily prepared, nutritious, healthy, fun, and usually they can be packed to go. Disclaimer, I am not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, and I'm not a nutritionist. This is just some ideas that I came up with. Of course, I put up what I like. But let's go. The first thing is a loaded baked potato. Now, I used to do this with my grandchildren. They lived across the street from me. They were homeschooled, and I'd have them a lot during the day. And some of these ideas are great. So we had loaded baked potatoes, and that consisted of me baking a couple of potatoes earlier in the morning and then cutting them in half at lunchtime, heating them up just a little bit, and then I'd have a nice spread, and it was called a baked potato bar. To this day, they still love it. And I would have shredded cheddar cheese and broccoli, sometimes some real bacon bits. I'd fry up a few pieces of bacon, crumble them, chives, anything like that, though. Sometimes I liked jalapeno or salsa on it. So I tried to make it nice, and I put it on a platter, and they could get their own little dish with their own napkin and fix their own plate. So all these ideas are basically how I used to set it up, more like a buffet type. And they really liked it, and I think that you're going to like some of these ideas. Idea number 2, what's wrong with cheese, crackers, and a piece of fruit? Low-fat cheese, an apple, or some grapes, or half a banana, some wheat thins or saltines, or whatever cracker you like. Put it on a pretty little dish and sit there and enjoy it, okay? That's lunch. Lunch is just meant to be something to hold you over from your healthy, hearty breakfast, hopefully that you had, over to dinner, okay? So, number 3, you could get a bell pepper, clean it out, fill it up with hummus, have some crackers and vegetables around it on a platter or a large dish, and you could just pick off that or fix your dish and eat it like that. These are things that can be kept in containers and taken to work as well. Hard-boiled eggs, some raw vegetables. If you wanted to really make it a little fancy, you could do stuffed eggs or deviled eggs. I don't like that term, but that's an idea. You could have any kind of soup, homemade soup, canned soup, home canned soup, or just some broth. Bouillon, hot water. You could throw a little bit of rice in it. You could have a whole grilled cheese or a half a grilled cheese. What I used to do when I had the girls was I'd make a couple of grilled cheese. I'd cut them diagonally because it was fancy, and then I'd cut them again so they were all triangles, and I used to fix them on a nice dish with a little thing of ketchup because that's how they like their grilled cheese, and they would just take what they wanted, and 9 times out of 10, they ate everything. So that's another idea. My granddaughter did teach me how to make quesadillas, and they are great. I make them sometimes with just cheese or cheese and salsa or some chicken, whatever I have. We just have quesadillas and, water to drink and a fruit or vegetable on the side. Now, a salad. A salad is a classic lunch idea. You can get your protein from many sources. You can get them from frozen peas, from eggs, from nuts, beans. If you wanted to throw some black beans on there, you could do that. So just add a little protein, and this is going to be between the fiber and the protein. It's going to hold you over till the next meal. You could have something really high protein if you want. It's cannellini bean salad or Armenian bean salad. I did a video on this once before. If you want the recipe, I'll leave it in the description below. You could have that and some bread and butter if you wanted, or some crackers. And last but not least, good old peanut butter and jelly. I never buy lunch meat. I don't eat lunch meat. I don't like it. I bought some turkey a couple weeks ago. It was okay. But I just don't care for it. So I would rather have something simple like this. So these are frugal. They can be as frugal as you make it. So grandmas, don't fuss over what you're going to give the grandkids for lunch. There's always English muffin pizzas. Again, set it all up, make sure they're safe, and let them help you assemble them. One can do their own on this portion of the pie plate or whatever it is you're using, and the other child can do theirs, and they can make it any way they want. You put out the toppings for salad. Have a salad bar, baked potato bar. You could have a taco bar. Anything like that is really, really good for lunches. It's frugal. It's fun. We want to keep it fun. We want the grandkids to keep eating it and coming back to our houses. And we want it to be a fun experience for them. And when they're done eating, don't forget, they love to help clean up. Let your grandchildren and your children help you clean up. Let them go to the bathroom if they're going to go, and all of you go outside, get some fresh air. No matter how cold it is, bundle up. Just get outside even for 15 minutes. Because if they were in school, they would be outside at recess. Or at least that's how it used to be. I don't know what they do anymore. But those are some lunch ideas, and I hope that you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you loved it, subscribe. We want to have you join our YouTube family. This is Mimi with Mimi's Frugal Life. Bye-bye.